Alright, let's see if we can get this started. Try and not get distracted. Oof. Why is the sizing on that off? Ew. Alright, let's, tutorials, options, cancel. Oh no. Options. Okay, let's go through. Nope. Not that one. There we go. Let's see. 16 by 9. Apply. Oh, god damn it. Very weird. Still not everything. What if we turned off full sync? I have full screen. Oof. Okay. Let's go to this baby. Gonna have to remember to clock this out. Let's see. NVIDIA. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot to do. I guess there's nothing. Okay. 24. Apply. Nope. Apply. No. Oops. 19 by. Apply. Okay. There we go. Now, if I go to full screen and apply, how does it look? It. Huh. There. That's odd. Okay. It's like missing something. Just ever so slightly. Apply. Oh, that looks terrible. Okay. I think... No, not that one. This one. Apply. Okay. Maybe that. Okay, so I'm trying some things. Let's go back to this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be playing Banished, a 2016 game. It was one of those early accesses. You're going to be noticing a small white strip right here. You're also going to be missing some data. I'm going to try my best to keep everything centralized so that you guys can see everything, but I have no idea why it's doing that. Like if I... There. Alright. So I originally tried to start a game that I called Veganville, but it looks like it's very difficult to actually get something going. So I'm just going to do... Yeah, that looks good. I'm just going to be doing a simple name. Knox Von. Yeah. So, excuse all the noises that I might be making. I'm a little stuffy today. And, so let's go through the beginning. There are two types of terrains. There's valleys and mountains. Valleys are a lot easier. It means that there's a lot of open plains area. Mountains is very difficult. Creates smaller work areas, but it allows for more natural resources, such as iron. Iron can be pretty tough to get by. Can be pretty tough to get after a while in the game. Let's see. Terrain size. This is the size of the map. Large. Climate. It's fair. Disasters. On. Starting conditions. Medium. I could go easy. An easy game begins with 6 families, a large amount of clothing, food, firewood, blah blah blah, seeds for fields and are available, as well as herds of livestock. I don't want to do that. I want to start with a very medium game. 5 families, clothes, food, and tools and such are provided. A small storage barn and stockyard have also been pre-built, and I get a few seats. Hard is very hard. Start with 4 families, a small amount of provisions, no seed for farming, so that means I have to trade to get my first seeds. Otherwise, it's all hunting and gathering before then. And also, plus, it's much easier to get sicknesses. So let's go to medium and start Knoxenvellen. Water. So, first time up, it does the randomization of items, see where it is that we are going, and I am noticing nothing is changing. Shit. Okay, hold on. Quick game. Exit. Okay, let's resize, resize, resize. Alright. Is this still on? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. So, let's try this again. Take 3.5. It doesn't see it. It doesn't see the game. Options. I might have to do this as with full screen turned off. Very odd. Alright. So I wanted to do this with full screen turned off. I'll probably edit in post so that way you only see this margin of gameplay. Yeah, it's odd. I couldn't figure it out. I'll have to look into that. Anyways. Let's, there's nothing. Okay, good. So, I originally started this game trying to do a vegan, vegetarian run-through. Found a lot of difficulties, even in the first 2 seasons. Did some research, and I'm going to have to do some more. But for the most part, as currently created, there are no vegan run-throughs of Banished because of the items that you depend on. You depend on, very early on, getting animals because it's the easiest thing to farm. And then after that, you create farms. And you also need to farm animals. You need to have cattle and sheep in order to create, in order to get materials to create jackets and clothing. So I'm going to look into that. Let's create a good name. Goodingsbury. Yes, Bury. Goodingsbury. Alright, looks good. Here's all my starting conditions. I'm going to start on medium because easy is very easy and hard is very hard. Disasters on, so I can have fires, and there's earthquakes and tornadoes. Climate is fair. Terrain map size is large. Type is valley. So this is very middle of the road. It's not difficult. It's not hard. Generating map. Okay, so this is exactly what you get on the first at first start. Oh, look at that! Oh God. Well, that's not terribly far, but it's far enough that I'm not going to get there this first season. And I suppose I could. Meh. All right. Let's get everything stocked out first. Okay, so we got that, and then let's get event logs. Let's throw that down here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I just want to take a quick look. What is the forest cabin? Might have to be building that over there. Or I'll build that there. Yeah, that's probably going to be best. So you kind of want to make a plan out very early on where you're going to be installing some things, such as the Forester's Lodge. Let's just put a pause on that. Because you're going to need forests. And if you're going to have a dedicated forest area, then you can easily build a hunter's lodge there. All right, let's put down some roads. Roads are very helpful. Roads speed up the movement of your little workers. Ooh, belch. I know, very classy. Okay, so we put those down. Let's put down houses, because we need to get these guys into houses as soon as possible. Okay. Well, perfect size. And then that there, and then with 5 families, I need at least one more house. Okay, and let's go ahead and do another road right there, another road right there, road there. Let's see. Woodcutter's house. Okay, so we can pause that and then do all 10 on building houses. Okay. So, yeah, we do not exactly have a bunch of fork area. I can make this as a travel road down to these areas down here. But this is going to be my first resource gathering area. Okay, so go through, start building these, and speed you guys up. Early spring. I need to start getting food before summer. So I'm going to, let's see. They don't even have their first. Oh, they're going by easiest priority. And roads are incredibly easy to build. Okay, can you just get building the houses, please? Get building the houses. Yeah, there we go. Okay, they're putting in all needed materials. So the way they start is they don't build it at a time, like, oh, I got this much materials, I can do this much of the house. It's, I got to put all the materials of the house right there, right this instant, before I can even start on the house. Okay, so we got one house done. Gonna have two houses done pretty soon. Okay. 1, 2. Actually, oof. Start building that, because houses are going to be dropping off here in a second. Notes. Let's see. How far out? There. Okay. There. And then, where's that? Yeah. Build you. Okay. And then I'm going to build the Hunter's Lodge. I would build the Hunter's Lodge before I build any gathering huts or anything. Hunter's Lodge is incredibly helpful. It gets you leather textiles early on in the game if you don't have any sort of cattle or anything like that. Ooh, sorry about that. I'm going to have to cut that cough out. Oof, that was bad. So yeah, if you don't have any sort of cattle at the beginning, which if you're starting a medium run, you don't have any sort of farming at the beginning, this will get you leather and it gets you pretty good venison. Pretty good amount of venison. The trick though is that you can build up to 2 hunters per lodge or per cabin. Don't hire 2. Don't have 2 working. Just I gotta get wood. Yeah, don't bother filling up both of those positions, because that's just actually going to be unnecessary. The amount of meat that you get for 2 is substantially less than if you have 1 person working in the area. Okay. Firewood is low and stone is low. Well, thankfully, there is stone right here. And you're going to have a lot of access to a lot of things early on. Like, look at this. I'm going to have to clear all the stone and iron out in order to make the most of the forest lodge. Don't, try not to cut the trees down. Like, forest lodge will have a cutting and planting option. Leave both of those checked. But, as for other things... But like deforesting the forest that the Hunter Lodge maintains is actually pretty bad, because I'm also going to be putting a herbalist there. Herbalist goes out into the forest, and then they collect herbs that people use to heal themselves. The problem with that is that it needs old trees. It needs fully formed trees in order to get those herbs. Oh. I need somebody working there. That's why it's not doing anything. Okay. So, we got that. Stone reserves are low. And then we need 4 of those guys. See, plant enables the planting of new saplings, which will constantly populate the new area. Cut down trees allows cutting down of nearby mature trees, making sure that, because if you observe in the game world, there's trees that just fall down. They just fall down because they've gotten too big. That option allows you to not allows it so that that doesn't happen as much. What is this? Without jobs. 1. That usually means that we have too many people working in an area, and we do have too many people working in an area. That's why. Okay, so we've got these 2 going. Let's see which one finishes first. 60, 59. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, and then just, whoops, not 4, just 1. 1 is going to be more than enough to hunt down all the nearby deer. The other 2 are just literally are wasted. They'll be wasted. There's no point in it. Okay. Now collect that iron, because we're going to be going over here to eventually make a blacksmith. And let's go ahead and put it on to 4 max fisherman. Carrying old logs that weren't in use. Let's get going. Oof. We got some grown up kids. Look at this. These people became adults. Okay. Adults. Time to do the other thing. Next thing that you'll want eventually is a tailor. People are going to be freezing. People are going to be freezing quite a bit in the early part of the game, because the early part of the game is a shitstorm. It's hard setting up. It's hard setting up a home. Once you have a home, it's pretty easy. Setting up is hard. Let's see. So, I could, in theory, let's see. What's the... Yeah, that's That's like a ridge. I would have to... I could build a cross over here, or I could go even further down and have a... what is it? Trading post. Trading post there, eventually. And that does not interfere on that area. Good. If you can, try not to have anything impede on this area. I could even have a bridge working from there to there. 1, 2, 3, and 2. Okay. Da, 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 na, na, da, da. Stone. Collect the stone. Okay, let's see how this looks. Yeah, look at that leather. We got fish. We're getting lots of fish. We don't have a lot of iron tools. That's, of course, because we don't have anybody to work the iron shop. Okay. 1, 2. If you hear anything in the background, that's because my neighbors are scrutinizing their dog, apparently. They need to do it. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. So they've done some of the work. Most of the installation base is there. Get building. Let's see. All right. This means that they've reached the upper limits of their cap, which I kind of want them to do. I want them to reach that upper limit, because if they're at that upper limit, then that means that they can't, that we're kind of full. But what's their upper limit? 200. Let's, whoops, not that much. 300. At the beginning of the game, that's actually really good. That should be plenty to spare for everybody. So we have 16 adults, 0 students, and 7 children. Eventually I'm going to want to build a school, because having a school is pretty beneficial. Let's check out the mods. Oh yeah, that's right. I have plenty of mods. This is a DS small village. Includes a lot of new resources, buildings, and other materials. Dairy, milk, dairy, and creamery adds adds that to the fold. Extra leather. Buildings, farms produce leather now produce 50% more. Fish. Fish farm. I can create fish farms. Improve farming. Allows for smaller and larger sizes with more workers. Stone bridges. As a mod, add stone bridges to the game. 1 year is 1 year, because sometimes these games used to go by real fast. More wood per tree. Tree cutter, small one. Also increases the number of workers in the tree yard. So I only have this one and this one enabled. Resume. Okay. I have those ones enabled because, I feel it was pretty ridiculous that at this time, when people were developing cheeses, that they would not have access to cheese things. Still so far off. Okay. So. Okay. So, we've got this now. Let's just do that one. Pop up one, and now we have... Let's modify that to 75. So now we'll have 75 tools at any given time. Let's see. Taylor. There's my friend Nicole. She's a big Heavy Metal Gears fan. Logs. It's logs. It's logs. It's logs. What's this at? That's 90% full. Okay. Well, I believe this is doing well, so I'm going to add in another town, another house. Make somebody the tailor. And they have 3 options. They have hide coats, wool coats, and warm coats, which is a combination of leather and wool. Right now, we only have access to leather. Oh. Let's see. Almost forgot. We need a well. Probably not going to be building anything over there. So, got to put a well in because eventually we are going to, potentially, we're going to have a fire. And we need the well in order to be there so that way we can put out the fire. So far, this is good. Even though we have 0 stored food, that means we bring food in and we churn it out just as quickly. That's not always the best, but for now, in this first season, that's pretty darn good. It's the best I can hope for. Okay. Okay, next thing that I'm going to want is another food producing thing. So I want to build a gatherer's hut. The gatherer's hut will seek out and find small fruits and berries for the people of my town. And there's my dog. What? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. So, So 100 points of food lasts about not 7 days, about 4 days. But it looks like nobody's really starving, so that means that they're probably on a rotational feed period, which means I think I got about until I'm about 26 adults before it starts actually adding up to be a problem. Gonna have to. Okay. Looks like it's good-ish. Ooh, we make stored weapons, not stored weapons, stored tools much quicker than we do other tools, than we use them. We make them faster than we use them. Yeah, that's the words. Let's get that gatherers group up to 4. Gatherers, unlike the hunter cabin, the gatherer's hut is very good to have it stocked out. And another important thing about the game is not health, happiness. You have your citizens' happiness. To make citizens more happy, you could do any number of things. One of the easiest things is to have alcohol. Another easy thing is to just have a variety of food. Let's see. I don't have enough people to actually start a farm. I don't have enough people to do anything except for build houses. I have 5 children on the way. I know what I could do. Another neat little nifty thing is not the hospital, although I'm going to have to remember to do that. What is that? Chapel. Oh, here we go. School. It's to build the school. Schools will take all the children, and it will slightly age them a little faster, but it gets them ready to work in the real world. Just it gets them more ready for the real world. Instead of taking, I think, 3 seasons in order for them to become an adult, they'll become an adult in, not 3 seasons. Instead of taking 3 years to become an adult, it'll see that people become adults in about a year and a half. And that's very important because in a year and a half, that cuts down on allows for greater expansion of production time. It also allows for a greater number of resources to be created. Somebody goes, oh, I can break that block of wood that chunk of wood this way, and it will a chunk of wood this way. God damn it. A chunk of stone this way. And I'll get more efficient stone. And I'll have more efficient stone. Did less work. Everybody's happier. Let's see. Okay, what's my resource? Can't have too many resource. Can't. You got to balance what you have and what you need. So too much resource at the resource piles, and things just get littered around. And then your neighbor yells at the dogs. Poor dogs. I mean, if I had to live with that woman too, I probably would have gone crazy. Anyways, so yeah, not too much, but don't be like, I'm dying over here. I need resources. And then we'll patch that. Patch that. There. Look at those people just going to the store and fishing up fishes for the fishers. That dog. Oh, that dog. Okay, so we need a teacher. Boop. There. Now, you'll see we'll get more or less 7 students. Because I think most of those kids were like a season and a half. Let's see. No. 2 of them won't be in. So we'll have 2 children. And the rest will be students. I think. Do they have to be older? Okay, I just might have hired a teacher that does nothing. Shit. Okay. Let's do this. Let's see. We have very few stone. Let's see. Stone. Still no one for the teachers. Who's the, oh, no. That's not it. There we go. Bertie. Bertie is the teacher. Bertie the teacher. Poor Bertie. Come on, honey. Not even a single student still. I bet next year there'll be like 8 students. Okay, so we have that built. Still only one builder. Let's build that. Then, might work on this. A trading post is also another good thing to have early on in the game. Probably shouldn't build a trading post until I can get a farm going. Speaking of farms, what's my seeds? Here we go. Okay, still 15 by 15. Oh. Well, that dog. I love bloodhounds. I love the way they bark. I don't like that these particular basset hounds bark almost all the time when they're put outside. But they're so cute. They look like Cotton Hill. Like someone just shot him off at his knees. Or shins. Sorry. Cotton lost his legs at the shins. Damn, look at that. I got all them fishes. Because they so delicious. Oh, mushrooms. Now I got mushrooms. So I can make some sort of, like, bisque soup. Get old people. He has no materials. Shit. And he's at the upper limits of his materials. Double shit. Ooh, got berries. Got mushrooms, onions, roots, and fish. That's a weird ass soup. Or a grill. Could grill that stuff. Nah, that'd probably be better in a soup. Like a fish bisque soup. Okay, he can go there, clear it out. Oh. Well, winter's coming. All I have to do is clear out the fields, and then technically the fields will be good for, oh, it's getting packed. Alright, I'm going to have to build another stockyard. Boom. There. Look at that. Got another stockyard. It's better than the old one. Oh, Jesus Christ, now I got 10 kids. Why aren't you teaching? Alright. What do I have? Corn and pumpkins. Ooh, corn and pumpkins. Pumpkin corn. Well, that's going to have to wait. Hopefully between now and spring, we can get... Well, no. It's not going to happen, because otherwise, if those students were old enough to become adults, they would have been... if those kids would have been on the cusp of becoming adults, they would have been students by now. and they're not. So that means I've got a while to go. Let's see. Let's see. I could possibly pull one from there. And then that's it. So we'll do this as corn. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There we go. We got a lot of trees. That's why I am pulling from the forestry. We need to conserve food. We need to build up a large amount of food stock. 22 mushrooms is not a large amount. That is also not a large amount. Okay. So... oh yeah. Another thing, just take this up to 6. 6 will ensure that you get 100% of your food. Actually, like, about 150% of your food. What do you mean by 15? As you're harvesting food, it will continue to grow. So that would be real good. Tuckery? This kid's name is Tuckery. Amran is fine. Kindal is okay. Tuckery, that's fucked up. You hate your child. Flat out hate. Tuckery. Who the fuck names their kid Tuckery? I'm gonna... okay. Alright. Early spring is coming. And with early spring comes crop planting. Corn's good. Although, actually, pumpkin is better. Pumpkin's a tuber. Well, a type of tuber. It's a squash. It's a tuber squash. There we go. And those things have very long life into winter. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Reserve food is low. It's kind of low. Oh, look at this. We finally have new students. Maybe it's something at the beginning of the year. No, because then all those people would be students as well. How many can you have? I think you can have like 20 students per school. Okay. So those students should be, they should be students until I think the end of this year, at which point they'll be forced into being adults. And look at that, we got little plants growing. We got little bubs and boys, bubs and boys are growing. Well, I think that's going to be it. We got, for today, we've got about 5, 6 advanced structures, I'd say, or intermediate structures built up. Oh, no, we got 1, 2, 3 beginner structures, 1, 2, 3 intermediate, 4 intermediate structures built. 3 structures built, 1 plant. So, all right, that's it for me. You lovely folks, have a great day.